Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another StarCraft 2 cast. I am your host, SC Southern Style, and we will be looking at game number 2 between BX3Zerg, or I guess the clan BX3 and the clan ePi. And this is game number 2. Like I said, game number 1, if you missed it, was between BX3 and ePiBoyo on that was on Cloud Kingdom. So we'll see. In that last game we saw that BX3 Zerg was able to out macro his opponent. Let's see if he'll do the same against ePi's Boyo. Now I do know that Boyo is one of the top players on clan ePi's team. I've watched some of his laddering matches. He is a very strong Protoss player. And we have BX3 Zerg spawning in the 11 o'clock position. His opponent, the red Protoss ePiBoyo, who, a little fun fact for those of you out there who don't know who Boyo is, he is actually only 15 years old and dominating the StarCraft 2 ladder. He was a very high-ranked Grandmaster last season, and he just recently started playing on the Korean ladder. So we'll see if BX3 Zerg will be able to handle the young special tactics of ePiBoyo here on Antigua Shipyard. This is game number 2, so if you missed game number 1, please go back and check that out, as you missed some really good ZVZ action. Really, BX3 Zerg was able to just throw those infestors down and get the Hydras out and catch those Mutalisks off guard, and really seal the deal and get the first victory for his team BX3. So Boyo obviously going for the more macro style build against Zerg. This is a style that we start to see a lot more in the pro play, and as it becomes more prevalent in pro play, it starts to trickle down into the other levels as well. So we're seeing that definitely a lot more against Zerg. The Nanny Wall style of Forge Fast Expand or Die trying. So we'll see how it works for Boyle. He is throwing down that Forge as well as the Nexus now down complete. It looks like Nexus and Forge about the same time. Nexus was a little bit farther ahead, but pretty much same time there. So spawning pool already done for BX3 Zerg, but shouldn't be a problem. I mean, Boyo is going to be able to get this cannon out in time and be able to defend this off fairly easily. So no ill problems there for Boyo, and Zerg obviously knows this, and he's going to just keep those the Zerglings out there to maintain map control. He's not opting for the DRG style where it is get the triple expand. He does wisely take the Zergling to check the third, make sure that there's not a pylon down there to block it. But like I was saying, didn't go for the DRG style where you see a Forge Fast expanding Protoss, so you go ahead and get 3 bases up. But do have 2 cannons for Boyo. I mean, that's not too defensive, but it's a very safe. There goes the third base, so a little bit delayed on that third, but we'll try and get ahead on the macro. BX3 there trying to get ahead on the macro. And actually got 2 Overlords scouting here. He's going to save this last one here to do a little bit of later scouting, but really not going to be able to find anything. He will see that the double gases are taken in the main. No gases in the natural just quite yet. Boyle obviously just working on saturating his bases right now. Gateway just now finishing, so we should be seeing cybernetics tech right after this. I haven't really seen. Now I do watch quite a bit of Boyo's stream, but I don't see him opt for a Starport play or anything like that too often. He typically stays with the Gateway Robotics kind of build, so I'm sure that's exactly what we will be seeing out of him in this game against BX3 Zerg. So Boyo looking to get back into this one. We do have a fast +1, and no more gateways just quite yet for Boyo. Just continuing to work on that. Getting that economy up. Cybernetics core is just about to finish right as the third finishes for BX3 Zerg, and Evo Chamber and Roach Warren going down at the same time. So we could be seeing a pretty hefty Roach attack here out of BX3 Zerg, and that's a strategy I see quite often on this map, and it actually works a little bit better if the Protoss walls off in the front as opposed to walling off at the nexus, but should still work fairly well. And this Overlord's placed perfectly to be able to spot any pylons going down at this third, as that is a very common spot to throw down the pylon and gets you a really close warp-in location. But 2 Zealots already out, +1, nearly complete for these Zealots, and speed just started about 30 seconds ago for our Zerg player, and we do have +1 working for those roaches. Wisely's throwing down the spine crawler just in case that those Zealots try to do any kind of pressure or anything like that. We may see, not going to be seeing any +1 Zealot timing pressure. The warp gates just aren't there, so this is just going to be kind of standard keep map control and keep the Zerg player on his toes. So does Boyo know about the third base? He does not. He actually doesn't even know about the natural there, so kind of in the dark as far as what's going on out of BX3 Zerg. There goes the pylon finally going down. Forward pylon there, so we should be seeing a little bit of aggression here by Boyo very shortly. There goes the robotics. Warp gate tech just now finishing, +1 just finished as well. And even placing a couple of pylons there on the low ground. I think he realizes he is going to be losing that pylon on the high ground. But really quick warp in there of Zealots to be right as it falls. Wow, that last Zealot just making it just barely. He needs to cancel these pylons, especially that first one. Very nice cancel there. And ooh, lets this last one finish. But those roaches are going to start going to work on that last pylon. He's got quite a few Zealots here, but just not enough to break up into that ramp. So what are we going to see out of Boyo? Ooh, actually losing those pylons actually supply blocked him, which is not the best thing in the world right now. Blink researching as well as the Dark Shrine. There it is. So BX3 Zerg has no idea about this Dark Shrine right now. The Overlords are not placed in a spot that can see that. So this shrine is going to go undetected for quite a while, and that could be a huge deal. Now the lair tech is already complete for BX3 Zerg, so he will be able to get an Overseer very quickly as soon as he realizes that the DTs are on the map. And Boyo quickly taking his third. He did at least pump out 1 Immortal. Are we going to be seeing a second Immortal come out of here? No, just going to be an Observer. But getting that Immortal to take care of those roaches, and decent number of roaches right now for BX3 Zerg. I mean, he's got 11 roaches, and Boyle doing that wall off that I'm sure every Protoss loves to do at their third. Get that really strong gateway wall off that stops Zerglings from running in, and throw a cannon or 2 behind it, and it's a really solid defense. Definitely against Zerglings, but Overseer for BX3 Zerg, and it is queued up to go the perfect route right over that DT shrine. So he will in fact know that there are DTs. There is a potential for DTs on this map. So I've got to think that we will be seeing some Spore Crawlers and some more Overseers going out. So Observer just checking out, looking away, seeing what he can find. Did he in fact see? Yes, he did see the Dark Shrine. Mutalisk on the way. Only 5 Stalkers out for Boyo. Now granted, they are 1-1 and they do have that blink, but we've got 7 Mutalisks on the way for our blue Zerg player. And yeah, if Boyo doesn't keep warping in some more Stalkers, he's going to have a tough time dealing with this. But looks like he's got a couple more robotics facility on the way, so he will be able to deal with those roaches. And BX3 Zerg is double expanding right now. Does Boyo know about it? He does not. He actually doesn't even know about the third or the natural. I mean, he's just got to assume that they're there. And where did that Observer go? There it is. Does see the Spire, does realize that there are oh man, does realize that there are mutas on the field and in a position ready to handle them, as those 1-1 Stalkers are there and ready with that blink, and +2 on the way shortly. But with Burrow and Tunneling Claws, Zerg might be able to do some kind of crazy shenanigans with this. Now he needs to not give away the fact that he does have those Tunneling Claws, because that if he keeps that a secret, he should be able to get some mineral line, do some mineral line damage with it. But Boyo, wow, throwing 4 cannons down in his main. to defend against those mutas, and that's going to be plenty to push back those mutas, especially with the blink stalkers there as well. Not quite as actually no cannons minus the 2 that were originally thrown down at the natural, and only 3 cannons at the 3rd right now. And right now Boyo just doing a couple of expansion checking. He did in fact see that expansion. Does not see the 5th yet, but should be seeing that here shortly. Psionic Storm working as well, so he is definitely countering the mutas right now. We got a Nidus Worm just about to finish, and oh, there he goes. Finishes right in Boyo's base, but cleans it up very quickly. And nice little blink micro there, able to really clean up those Mutalisks as effectively as possible. Another warp in of Stalkers coming, and he should be able to clean up the rest of these Mutalisks as well as that Nidus Worm. Wow, those +2 Stalkers just destroy that Nidus Worm. And these mutas need to skedaddle on home, as there are more Stalkers to reinforce this. And he really can't, Zerg really can't even push straight in, because I mean there's still these Zealots and Immortals now. These Zealots don't have charge, and there's also going to be Colossus coming too, so really this is a very, wow, that was the weirdest formation I think I've ever seen. Like, look at single file all the way across the map. Are you guys seeing this? It's like single file all the way across. Oh no, and where's the Overseer? Is the Overseer nearby? Nope. No Overseer nearby, but the Mutalisks are going to look to try and poke a little bit more, but 3 cannons deny them that opportunity. Not even able to pick up any probes right now. I mean, Boyo did a lot of work. When did he? Oh, down here at the 3rd base, really cleaned up a lot there, as well as at the 12 o'clock position as well. And he's still got this TD down here with 6 kills on it. That +2 just doing so much damage on those DTs. Those side blades just deal so much damage with the weapon upgrades. And +3 is about to finish, so these Stalkers are going to be very nasty. And wow, Boyo throwing down even more cannons in his main. He really wants to keep that defended. Look at the individual blink micro there. Just getting those. Oh, but they're going to be out of position. This is not going to be good. He needs a storm. Where's the storm? There's one High Templar goes down. And that was the only High Templar for Boyo in that army. The other 2 High Templar were out of position there. They do have enough energy for storm, but were unable to use it. And it looks like Zerg is going to be sweeping around, not able to find any pylons or anything, but he's going to try and depower some of these cannons, but taking a decent amount of damage while doing that. All those Mutalisks are definitely damaged. Oh, and a nice blink stalker up into the main, but the Mutalisks are going to get out before anything can be done. Both players approaching max army right now, and wow, a Nidus Worm popping up in the main. Is Boyo going to see it? Yes, he does, and he takes it out very quickly. Doesn't even let it finish. So Boyo doing very good on the Nidus defense there. There have been 3 Nidus Worms, and I think only like 1 or 2 Zerglings have been able to come out of all 3 of those Nidus Worms. 2 of them haven't even been able to finish. But a lot of mutas now for BX3Zerg. He's up to 28 mutas, but there is 1 Archon, 3 High Templar, and 24 Zealots, or 24 Stalkers. That's a pretty good mix of an army there to deal with mutas. He needs to save those High Templars for the storms. He does have 3 of them, and it does look like they are conserving their energy. Oh, these 2 mutas are going to get caught completely out of position and cleaned up just so quickly, and it looks like the Mutalisks are going to go in for an attack once again, but 6 cannons are there to welcome them. And BX3Zerg, thinking that he's got enough mutas to be able to deal with this, he does in fact. And 2 High Templars spawning, but it is not going to be alive long enough to get enough storm. Boyo attacking the main front with his main army. The Mutalisks just trying to clean up as much as possible, having to be pulled back, not able to finish off that base. Wow, nice blink there by the Stalkers to try and deal a little bit of damage to the hatchery. This hatchery will go down. Wow, almost choked on some saliva there, but the Colossus just raining down fire from the high ground on these spine crawlers. There's a lot of spine crawlers there, and able to free up a lot of supply. If we go to the army tab right now, well, even the army tab says Boyo's favor. If we go to the income tab, wait, I'm confused. I'm not exactly sure where all this is coming from. Mutalisk taking out the main, took out the mineral. Well, didn't get quite too many kills. Boyo's still ahead on the. Oh no! Any of these have enough for a storm? There goes a storm. A little bit preemptive there, but the stalkers are there to answer it. Does he have one more storm? He just needs one more storm. Where is it? Nice blink there under all of those weakened Mutalisks, and cleans up a couple of kills there. +2 armor working now for Boyo. He's warping in some more zealots, and but BX3Zerg just continuing to make Mutalisks behind this, and geez, that is so many spine crawlers right there. That is a really strong defense. He's making sure that he will not be able to get into the main, but the Zergling Roach army, who's been here, it seems like the entire game, what are we going to see out of them? A nice zealot force going to be attacking the 5th expansion there, and oh, he needs to just focus down that hatchery, and he will be able to kill it. There he goes. Not even getting a cancel on there, so was able to kill that hatchery, and oh no, oh, these mutas getting completely caught out of position. Oh, Zerg needs to figure out what he's going to do with those mutas. Lost so many mutas there. You really feel like he shouldn't have lost that many mutas. But Boyo taking the expansion in the middle. No, this is not a gold expansion, and re-expanding to his natural. Both players right now kind of hurting for minerals, as they both have lost bases. Zerg trying to take the 12 o'clock and the 9 o'clock just now finishing. And Boyo will probably be expanding down here to the 6 o'clock very, very shortly. Wow, really throwing up a lot of defense at this middle expansion now. That is one of the most unprotected expansions, but we do have an engagement. The Colossus just dealing so much damage. That 3 attack just roasts those Zerglings, and the unit composition right now. Only 4 Zealots, so not really much of a meat shield there for the Stalkers and the Colossus, but there are 4 sentries, and those sentries do have a lot of energy, full energy in fact, so that'll be a lot of force fields if he still realizes that he can play force fields, and he is actually going to be going straight for the 3rd base once again, and if he takes this out, he will be able to rain down on those spine crawlers like he did before. Oh, these mutas need to be careful. One well-placed storm will be the death of all of those mutas, and it'll actually be role reversal from what we saw in that last game against BX3. Oh my gosh, Boyo, you need to realize what's going on. Turn around and storm. Oh no, so many High Templar full of energy just go down. He was so focused on keeping this base alive. Now granted, all these mutas are going to engage right over those stalkers. They are 2-0, but the stalkers are 3-2. Oh man, and the roaches just dealing so much damage. There he goes. That's the blink that he needed. The Archon raining splash damage down on these Mutalisks. The Immortal just going to town on the roaches, and Boyo just way ahead in supply right now, 104 to 167. But one thing that isn't counted on supply is these spine crawlers. Now granted, they are not really aggressive units, but they are strong defense. And so really what Boyo needs to do right now is go expansion hunting. And that looks like that is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go look for those expansions, because I mean, main's nearly mined out. I mean, he's got one more mineral patch. The natural's almost mined out. He's been basically keeping this base completely locked down. And oh, counterattack coming from BX3Zerg, and Boyo just quickly pulls back and deals with a nice blink there. Picks up one Mutalisk. Can he get another one? Does not get another one. And he needs to be careful not to engage too closely to these spine crawlers. He really needs to get these Colossus on the high ground and rain down from the top. But because I mean, BX3Zerg really doesn't have a lot right now. He doesn't have a lot as far as units go. And where is the storm? Does he have any High Templar? He has one High Templar. Where is it? Let's play Find the High Templar. I don't believe it's in the army, so that game ended very quickly. But the Zealot's running straight on in. There is no Overseer right here, so the DT will go undetected. Just dealing 60 damage with those side blades. The Colossus raining down from the back, and the Immortal trying to get in on some action, but unable to get up front with all those stalkers there. Archon soaking up a good portion of that damage. The spine crawlers are going to get cleaned up. Stalkers just dealing so much damage to these armored units. There's the GG by BX3Zerg. So game number 2 is going to be going to Clan Epidemic, and they bring this series to 1-1 in a best of 7 series for the Imgur Team League. So I will be having Game 3 coming up very, very shortly. It will be featuring Boyo, I can tell you that. I don't know who his opponent will be, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will be jumping straight into game number 3, so check that out, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with all these cool videos that are coming. And we'll check out some more Imgur Team League. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.